Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. It's almost March, so it's time to do the readings for all the star signs for March 2023. So I am using today the Steampunk Tarot, and I am using the Carnelian runes. So you know your signs. Check out your sun, moon, rising, planetary, or north node, or all of them if you like. And I will put the timestamps in the description, and I will see you there. Bye! Hello, Taurus. So Taurus, we're going to start with a card from the Steampunk Tarot, and your card for March 2023 is going to be Temperance. So there's going to be a lot of focus on balance and keeping things balanced this month. Let's get your reading from the Carnelian runes, Elder Futhark. Our central issue for Taurus for March. Okay, so you've got a lot of things coming through, which is good. You are actively bringing things through, which is very, very good. Let's just finish with the splash reading. Okay, very nice. So your central issue is shown here to be Yira. Yira is the rune of the harvest. It also has to do with time, so you're going to be basically managing your time. You have this amount of time in which to do these things. This is why balance is coming into it with the Temperance rune. So just basically trying to keep things balanced. Perhaps work life, business and pleasure, things like that. Leading up to this, you've actually just completed something of a journey. So you've just basically, either you've completed a journey that you were on, or you are sort of putting on hold a journey that you were on. This could be some time that you're setting aside to do some things, to bring some things through. Or you could just have brought a previous chapter to a close at this point, and now you're coming into where you're going to be really focused on working on your harvest, working within the time that you have to bring things through. What is going to help you is we have, my goodness, that's a beautiful white part of this rune that I've never noticed before. This particular rune has a white bit in it on the top. Anyway, what's going to help you is address your needs. We have Nauthiz, which is the rune of need. This has to do with basically tending your needs, taking care of what needs to be taken care of. That's really going to set the stage for using the time that you have, as well as to get things coming through. So basically to prioritize need, what needs to be done. Like if you have a choice of things, sort of look at them and go, okay, which of these need to be done? Like it'll help you prioritize and help you set your time, work with your time that you have. What isn't going to help is pretty much exactly the opposite of that. We have Tivaz reversed. Tivaz is the rune of Tyr. Tyr is the warrior god. And Tyr is very much about tending needs and duties and responsibilities and taking care of what needs to get taken care of. And reversed on the lower line, it's like neglecting that is not going to help you this month. You really want to just sort of take that deep breath and bring yourself up to where you're taking care of your needs, taking care of what needs to be done, and not neglecting that. Yes, you've got some time set aside to do this, and you're trying to balance all of that, but part of that is going to be making sure that you've set that foundation of prioritizing, taking care of your needs, duties, and responsibilities. What this is going to lead you to by the end of the month is a much easier flow of things, and also you're going to be more emotionally steady. We have Laguz, which is the rune of emotion, intuition, and heart. It's the water rune, so all the watery stuff comes into it. It's the flow. So I just see that once you get this taken care of and take this time, and look, there's even a flow in the Temperance card, so that sort of just balances out. This is sort of what you're angling for, and by the end of the month you will have achieved it. You'll have achieved a balanced flow. Through which the riches can flow, which is going to be really helpful for you. So yeah, bringing things through, and then by the end of the month, it's going to be in flow. So that, Taurus, is your reading for March 2023. I wish you good luck, and I wish you all the best, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Virgo. So Virgo, we're going to start with a card from the Steampunk Tarot, and we have the Ten of Swords. So this month is going to be a month where you're going to really want to recharge. You may be coming into March feeling fairly drained and exhausted, and needing to recharge, sort of get yourself in a situation where you're just basically acknowledge the fact that you're really, really tired, and start letting yourself recharge. Start letting the things that recharge you energize you at all points. So let's see what the runes have to add. We have the Elder Futhark runes on Carnelian. Carnelian is one of the stones, well, it's a very good stone for the heart. It's all about courage and all that kind of thing. So let's get, okay. So your central issue this month is really going to be focusing on support. We have Algies, which is the rune of the elk, otherwise known as the moose, and this is a rune of protection and support. It is upright, so it's you within your support system outwardly. There may be inner support as well going on, but mostly what I'm seeing this is sort of making use of your support system to just basically take this break that you need. Even if you can't take a break, but like take time to help yourself recharge within that time that you have. Leading up to this, yeah, energy has been an issue and you've been using a lot of it. We have Sophia, which is the sun. Sun is all about source energy, but also just, you know, you maybe have just used too much energy. You just basically burned yourself out to this point. So now you're needing your support system is to help you to recharge. What's going to help is just basically keep going. Don't give up. We have Virgo, the rune of riding, which is the journey rune. Consider this a part of your journey. This is not, you're not stopping your journey by doing this. This is you're allowed to inhale. Basically, you're allowed to breathe in so that you can keep expending your energy. But you can't expend energy you don't have. So take this time, see it as part of your journey, and keep moving forward and include this as part of your moving forward. What isn't going to help is you are going to be very tempted, because this is just basically who you are, by all the things that need to get done that you feel that you're neglecting by taking this time. But this is the thing you need to get done the most, is to recharge and get some energy back into your limbs. So just basically, once again, if that starts to be dragging you down, if that starts to, you know, sort of hinder this, bring yourself back up to, no, this is part of my journey. This is part of what needs to be done. Put your own oxygen mask in place before attempting to assist another. Get that going on. So this is part of your journey. Keep moving forward with that, and that's what's going to help you with that. So by the end of the month, you are going to feel much more connected with tending the duties and responsibilities that have to do with you. We have Tivaz. Tivaz is Tyr's rune. Tyr is the warrior god, and he really has to do with taking care of your duties and responsibilities. Reversed on the path line, this becomes an inner thing, so you need to tend your inner duties and your inner responsibilities and what you need, so that you can be energized, so that you can go back out and support other people and you know, expend the energy that you've been spending, because it's not infinite. You need to replenish it. So this is what this month is going to be about. And by the end of the month, you're going to be much more comfortable with that, to be able to include yourself in your duties and responsibilities as you move through the world, as you continue your journey. So that, Virgo, is your reading for March 2023. I wish you all the best with that, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Capricorn. So Capricorn, let's start with a card from the Steampunk Tarot, and we have the Nine of Swords. So this month you may be having problems with overthinking, with things that keep you up at night thinking about them, with worries, just basically worries. You may be plagued by worries, especially through the night, and that might be a problem, and we don't want that, because that's not a good thing when you need to be resting. So, but that seems to be what this month is looking like it might be. So yeah, so let's get some runes out from the Elder Futhark, which is currently, I'm using the ones that are on Carnelian runes, which is a rune of courage, which is a stone of courage. So yeah, so your central issue right now for this month of March is we have Laguz reversed. Laguz is the rune of water. It's the flow. It's all the watery stuff. So emotion, intuition, heart, and that kind of thing. It is reversed and it's in the central issue spot. So what I'm going to read this as is two things. One, there may be a lack of flow happening. There may be a bit of a blockage as far as things flowing forward, which is probably what's leading to this worry. This could be like a blockage of creative flow, which is worrying you, or else just basically a flow of things moving forward. The other thing that I'm seeing this as is negative emotions, like unpleasant emotions inside happening that are sort of, you're just not as happy as you'd like to be, you're a bit discontented, you're a bit worried, worries. So leading up to this, there was recently, like really recently, this big revelation that happened, just illuminating things. We have had a Dagaz moment. Dagaz is the breaking of the day. It's the dawn. It's illumination. It's inarguable revelations. And this has basically led to this. You're worried about things. Things maybe aren't moving forward as you'd like them to. They aren't flowing as easily as you would like them to. And you're sort of plagued by worries and unpleasant emotions. What is going to help you? Control what you can and work with what you have. So we have Ingvaz, which is the rune of active creation. It's Ing's rune. Ing's another name for Frey. Frey is the fertility god. So what this is going to be is you working with what you have to control what you can. And also, if this is a creative flow issue, if this is something that has to do with creativity, what is going to help you overcome that is sitting to it. It may not be what you consider your best work, but you need to work through it. So just move in the direction that you want to be moving in, sit to it, give yourself the time, take the action that you need to do, and eventually the flow will resume, but you have to show it that way kind of thing. If it's not about creativity, then it's about just basically working with what you have to control what you can. Try to shape around you what you want it to be like. Do what you can to do that. Take those steps, take that time, because that's what's going to help to turn things around. You know, it's the whole, you just basically do the things that need to be done at foundational level, and then eventually hopefully things will sort out around that. What isn't going to help is worrying about this journey, worrying about the journey forward. We have Raido, which is the rune of riding. It's the journey rune. It's in the lower spot. It's in the what isn't helping spot. So it's basically, I'm seeing this more as worries about this because this is a fairly positive rune. However, there may be, as per the younger Futhark, there may be, this is the Elder Futhark, but just to bring in the meaning from the younger Futhark, there may be an element of, you may feel like you've been doing a lot of the carrying in this journey, like you may be feeling like you've been doing the horse work. And that might be something that you might want to sort of work on and say, okay, you know what, I don't want to be the horse in this at the moment, I want to be the one being carried. But that's the younger Futhark. I'm just basically bringing that in as a possibility. Really, it's fears about the journey. It's worries about the journey forward. This is why it's all the more important, if that's dragging you down, to bring yourself back up to where you are shaping things, where you are doing what you can to shape the direction of things and to shape the shape of things. And by the end of the month, you're going to be more in a more comfortable and a more healthy situation as regards to the other people in the world. We have Manaz, which is the rune of humanity and your part in it. It's basically, you're going to be more comfortable in your part in the world, that you feel like you are contributing, you'll feel like you are more harmonic with that and acting in a more harmonious way, and you'll feel more in the flow with that. So this, you will overcome this. There is that lack of flow at the beginning of this month, but by the end of it, you will feel that you will either have overcome it or you'll be feeling more supported in your place in the world, not like your place, but like in your part in the song. So that, Capricorn, is your reading for March 2023. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Aquarius. So Aquarius, we're going to start with a card from the Steampunk Tarot, and we have the Ace of Wands. So you're going to be beginning something this month that has to do with directing your will, with energy, with activity, with moving forward, with basically something that you want to bring through into the world. You basically want to do something. There's a direction that you want to take this month that you really want to focus on doing. So let's get some runes down from the Elder Futhark, which is currently on the Carnelian runes, which is Carnelian stone. Well, that's interesting, because we just had that, but in a different direction. So, interesting. Okay, so your central issue this month is really getting things into the flow. We have the water rune, we have Lagus, which is the rune of water. flow, also all the watery stuff, emotion, intuition, and heart. So you really want to get all of that in harmonic flow moving forward. The fact that you have Ace of Wands as your main thing for this month, it's basically just getting things moving forward. Something that you have that you want to direct your will in with your energy. Well, not so much energy. Yeah, energy. Yeah, energy. So your drive. You want to drive things forward, and you want to get that flow going. You want to get into the zone. What led up to this is we have either reversed. There has been a journey that you just sort of ended. Either that, or you have put a journey forward on pause while you get this flowing. Either way, it's something that you were working on, but you're sort of you've parked the horse for a sec. It's either the completion of a journey that you were on, or the pausing of a journey that you were on, so you can work on this. So your central issue, once again, Laguz, which is flow and getting things flowing in a forward direction, and also working on emotion, intuition, and heart, and getting all that aligned with your forward flow. What is going to help you? We have Vunyo reversed, so I'm going to read this a couple ways. One, Vunyo is the joy rune, so it's reversed on the helping lines, so what's going to help is to sort of look where you're not contented and see about getting those aligned first, sort of seeing those as the squeaky wheels. The squeaky gears that you want to get flowing again with whatever. I'm just mixing every metaphor today. So first of all, just look for that. Look for where you, as they say in the corporate world, pain points are. You're going to look for where you're not feeling contented, and you're going to try to see where you can maybe turn those around. Otherwise, you're going to be reaching deep and finding what your deep inner joy is, because maybe that's not been apparent outwardly, and try to bring that forward. And that's what's going to help you realign with your flow forward. What isn't going to help is we have Sovilo, which is the sun. The sun has to do with source energy and also just like energy, heat, all that stuff. So there's just this sense that you maybe feel worried about burnout. You may be worried about energy levels that you might not have. If that starts to be the case, bring yourself right back up to, well, that's why I'm trying to clear these. I'm trying to clear the parts that feel that I'm discontented with, that I'm not as happy with. And that's why I'm trying to connect with my inner, my deep inner joy, and bring that forward, because that's what's going to help help me get things flowing and help me move forward. By the end of the month, I don't see the flow in full force yet, but what I do see is you're going to be very aware of what needs to be done. By the end of the month, you're going to have a plan. And a plan of attack. We have Nauthies, which is the rune of need, and this has to do with the needs that you need to take care of, the needs that you need to tend. This is not like chores so much as, I mean, chores aren't even really so much chores, because if you have to think past the chore. You have to think past, this is something I'm not going to enjoy, and think about what it's going to lead to. So like, I don't want to do the dishes, but if I do the dishes, then I can cook again, and I can have, I can enjoy baking, and I can, not have to worry about, going into the kitchen and I want to eat something, but there's nothing to put it on, So just think past that. So like, it's going to make things so much easier if I just take the 10 minutes or so it's going to take to do this, kind of thing. So by the end of the month, you're going to be really aware of what needs to be done, and that way you can move forward in the following time, just basically tending what needs to be done and taking care of your needs and making sure that those are fulfilled. And through each one of those, the flow is going to flow a little bit easier. So that, Aquarius, is your reading for March 2023. I wish you a lovely March, and I wish you all the best for that. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Gemini. So Gemini, we're going to start with a card from the Steampunk Tarot, and we have the Empress. So Gemini, this month is going to be very much about abundance. It's going to be about nurturing things. It's going to be about bringing things forward. Very fertile month as far as just bringing things forward, bringing things through, just organically bringing things through, like in a really nurturing, warm way. So let's see what the runes have to add. We have the Elder Futhark on Carnelian runes. Let's get these down. Why is that doing that? There we go. Okay, so your central issue this month is we have Tivaz reversed. Tivaz is the rune of Tyr. Tyr's the warrior god. And he's all about duty and responsibility. But when it's reversed, it turns it basically into an inner thing. Your duty to yourself, your duty to your inner world, your inner needs, your personal needs, and your personal duties and responsibilities. And that's what you're going to be focusing on this month. So really, at this point, it's like you're nurturing yourself. You're bringing yourself back into, you're giving yourself what you need so that you can bring things through again. Leading up to this, you've actually been pretty good. You've finally got yourself into a situation where you feel at home. We have Othala, which is the home and the homeland. You feel comfortable, and now is the time where you're going to be like, okay, now that I'm comfortable, I'm going to take care of what I need to take care of to get myself back to where I feel like I can stand up and do things again. And I'm going to basically bring things through. I'm going to unclutter myself and basically take care of the needs that pertain to me. What is going to help you is we have Evaz, which is the rune of the horse. The horse has to do with movement and also spirit. So number one, let your spirit carry you through this endeavor. Make sure that your spirit is carrying you. Let your spirit lead, whatever spirit is for you. Also, don't stop. Basically, keep moving forward. Just don't let yourself stagnate. You're going to be tempted to do so, but don't. Just keep moving forward. Let your spirit carry you forward. Let your spirit lead in this endeavor of taking care of your inner duties and responsibilities, your duties to yourself, your responsibilities to yourself. What isn't going to help is we have Kanaz, and I'm going to read this a couple ways. Kanaz is the rune of opening out. It's the torch. It's the fire. It's something that starts small like an ember and goes into a blaze. So the two ways I'm going to read this are, one, now is not the time to do a lot of opening out into, like opening yourself up to the world. You really need to tune that out and really let your spirit carry you this month. Don't be too open to like your outside influences, letting things in. And don't be too expansive either. Just like let yourself take care of yourself this month. But the other way I'm going to read this is you're going to be worried about things getting out of control. You're going to worry about that this is going to become, you don't want to be selfish. I mean, the Empress is not. She takes care of herself. She makes sure that she is taken care of as well. It's very important. Self-care is extremely important, but self-care is just part of, taking care of people. You have to make sure that you have what you need to take care of people. So just basically don't worry about that. Don't worry that you're going to be, taking up all the time that you'd be using for other people, because then you won't be able to replenish yourself the way that you need to. And you really need to take care of yourself this month. So let your spirit lead. Keep moving forward on that. The more you do this, then the closer you're going to be to getting back out into the world and taking care of other people like you want to. However, just basically for this month, just let your spirit lead you. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you're recovering yourself. And by the end of the month, you're going to feel a lot more still than you have felt in a while, which is ironic because you've been moving forward, but you've been moving forward inwardly, like taking care of yourself from your sort of home space. So we have Isa, which is ice. Ice is the rune of the standstill and also the clarity, the stillness through which clarity comes. And that's pretty much what you're going to be at by the end of the month. Whether you move forward again even next month is still in question. However, this is important. This is an important step. If you've been really pushing, you needed this time, and maybe you're going to need a little more time. I don't know. But you will be more clear on what needs to be done by the end of the month, at least. So that, Gemini, is your reading for March 2023. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Libra. So Libra, we're going to start with a card from the Steampunk Tarot, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this month you're going to be very much concerned with very practical matters, home matters, just basically practical, just meat and potatoes matters. You're going to be basically concerned with, finances, taking care of the home, health, things like that. What I'm going to see when we add the runes, let's just add the runes and see what they have to add. Yeah, very much concerned with taking care of needs this month, which is important. We need to do that. Okay, good, good. Okay, so your central issue this month, Libra, is we have Nauthiz. Nauthiz is the rune of need and taking care of your needs. So that's basically your big focus, is really, really practical, down to earth. Let's just take care of things. Things that need to be done. I can see what needs to be done. Let's just do it. Leading up to this, we have Gebo. Gebo's the rune of the gift. This has to do with an exchange. So agreements, decisions, goals, and plans. It may also have to do with a one-on-one interaction, one-on-one relationship or interaction. It may not always, but sometimes it does. Either way, there have been plans put in place, goals set, agreements and decisions made, and now you're in a situation where you're just going to basically take care of things. Taking care of and overseeing the taking care of things and nurturing the taking care of things that need to be done. What is going to help you is work with what you have to control what you can. We have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is active creation. It's Ing's rune, who's another name for Frey. Frey is the fertility god, and this has to do with active creation. Basically working with what you have to create around you what you need around you, to put up the framework that needs to be there. Hi, kitty! Frey has just come up beside me. And basically do what needs to be done. So that's basically, you're going to be taking that into consideration during the month. You're going to be working on that, and that's what's going to help you the most. What isn't going to help is we have Othala. Othala is the rune of the home and the homeland. There may be some worries about this. There may be some worries about, you know, the comfort of home. You may worry about home, your home state and your comfort zone. But this is why you're doing this. You're basically making sure that you're keeping everything the way that as good as you can do, you're doing it. This month, if you do that, then that's what's going to help you take care of all the needs that need to be tended. By the end of the month, you're going to be on completely new ground. So this is probably why this has all been set up. We have the blank rune. It's new ground. It's a trackless space. It's a new adventure. It's things are blank. Things are clear. You don't know, you haven't been here before. So this is probably why you're doing this, because maybe even you knew by the end of the month you would be in a situation where you haven't been before, so you wanted to get all your proverbial ducks in a row. So again, just work with what you have and control what you can, tend the needs that need to be tended. You know, you're worried about home, but this is why you're doing this, you know, to keep around you as much semblance of comfort as possible, and what needs to be around you needs to be tended, and for the practical things to stay grounded, things to stay comfortable and take care of you. So there you go, Libra. That is your reading for March 2023. I wish you all the best, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Aries. So Aries, we're going to start with a card from the Steampunk Tarot, and you have the Nine of Pentacles. So this month, Aries, you are going to be in a situation where you're going to feel very accomplished. You're going to feel very much of means. You're going to feel very comfortable, just very practically comfortable, but also even a little bit more. So it's like you have more than you need, and you have everything you need and more. So you're going to feel very comfortable this month, which is great. I'm happy for you. Let's get the Carnelian runes out. This is the Elder Futhark on Carnelian. Interesting, interesting. As you go into the storm. Ooh, interesting. Alrighty. So very interesting reading, Aries. So your central issue this month is Hagalaz. We have the rune of the storm. It's the hailstorm. So this has to do with chaos and things that are out of your control. The uncontrolled uncontrollables, also just natural forces, also just weather. So there may be something this month that you're going to have to weather. Remember that these things are temporary. This is not a permanent thing. If it's a storm that's coming through, it's just going to go through, and maybe it'll cause some ruckus, but it won't be a permanent thing. But this month you may be dealing with that, or you may feel that you're going to be dealing with that. Leading up to this, you have been, I'm going to read this a couple of ways. We have Uruz reversed. Uruz is the rune of the wild ox. This has to do with strength and health. Reversed, it has to do with inner strength, inner health, but also you may have felt recently a bit unseated. You may feel a bit off balance. Something may have pulled the rug out from under you where you feel less strong and or less healthy than you would like. That sound is the cat playing with her jingly ball under the table. So, You may have gone through that recently, and now you feel that things are a little bit out of your control. Things are a little bit chaotic. Even though you are a being of means and you have everything you need and more, practically, you do feel at this point that things are a little bit chaotic. So let's see what's going to help. First of all, become the calm in the storm. We have Isa, which is the rune of ice. Ice is the rune of standstill, and the stillness through which clarity comes. So while the storm is going on, be this as much as possible. Be the standstill, the ice in the storm that is going to be, hi kitty, that is going to be weathering the storm by being the stillness in the storm. What isn't going to help is we have Othala. Othala is the rune of the home and the homeland. It has to do with comfort. You may be worried about your comfort levels. You may be worried about sanctuary and your protection, within this. Like, you may be worried because the storm is really, even if you're in a really strong house, if the storm is like raging outside and battering your roof, you may be worried about this. So there may be worries about this. If that starts to be the case, just bring yourself back up to where you can be the stillness in the storm. You're just going to weather it. You have everything you need and more, so you should be okay to weather this storm, even if you're worried about it. What this is going to lead you to by the end of the month is there will be at least one thing that you're going to need to drop everything and deal with, probably as a result of the storm that you've just gone through. This is Nauthi's reversed. Nauthi's is the rune of need. When it's reversed, it always means tend your needs, but when it's reversed, it means drop everything and tend a need or more. So there's going to be at least something by the end of the month that you're going to need to drop everything and deal with. But that's cool. I mean, again, you have the means. You're okay with that. Whatever it is, you're going to be able to deal with it, but you do need, timing is going to be important, and you're going to need to deal with it by the end of the month immediately. Like, as soon as, towards the end of the month, after the storm has passed, you will see what you're going to have your work cut out for you, basically. You're going to know what needs to be done, and you're going to need to do it right away. However, probably after that, it's going to be back to being more comfortable. So that, Aries, is your reading for March 2023. I wish you all the best, and I wish you a lovely day or evening, and a lovely March, and I will see you next time. Take care till next time. Bye! Hello, Leo. So Leo, we're going to start with a card from the Steampunk Tarot, and we have the Queen of Swords. So you this month are going to be in a situation where you're going to need to cut through some crap. Sorry. You're going to be in a situation where in terms of communication, you're going to be very nurturing. However, you're also going to be the one who's going to cut through the garbage and say, here's what the clarity is. Here's what the actual thing is. You're going to have your thoughts. You're going to have your ability to bring clarity to the situation. And you're going to have to do it. This month is going to be a situation where you're going to set some things straight. So let's get some runes on this. So we have the Elder Futhark on Carnelian runes. Do a little splash reading for these. Yeah, because there's been some issues with communication lately. No wonder you want to sort this out. So yes, our central issue is we have Ansu's reversed. Ansu's is the rune of communication and manifestation. Communication's been a bit weird. It may be non-existent in some ways. We have, so Ansu's reversed. Ansu's communication, but if it's reversed and it's in the central issue, I'm seeing this as there's a lack of communication, there's some miscommunication happening, and this is why you're going to want to take the sword to this month and say, all right, we're cutting through the garbage, we're going to get some clarity here, we're going to get things clear. Leading up to this, we have Fehu. Now, Fehu is the rune of wealth and worth. There may have, part of the reason of why communication has gotten so wonky this month is there may be somebody who just feels that they're like that level of importance that nobody is to correct them. That may be going on. There may be a situation where, there may be even like literally money on the line. But it maybe not. It may be a situation where just you're dealing with somebody who is feeling their worth, or maybe everybody is feeling like, big egos, big worth. And that has led to a lack of communication. So right now it's going to fall to you, it looks like, to just cut through that and say, look, let's get things absolutely clear here, because this lack of communication is not helping anybody. What is going to help you is we have Rilo. Rilo is the rune of the journey, and this has to do with your movement forward. So just keep moving forward, respect the journey, focusing on the journey forward, and that's what's going to give you the energy to swing the sword and say, basically, cutting the BS, and we're going to go straight to the point and move forward into this, get things clear. What isn't going to help is we have Nauthiz. Nauthiz is the rune of need. So it's sort of like, it is upright and it's in the lower line, which is what isn't helping. So it's sort of like a worry about this. Like you're just worrying about, it's like a worry about a need that you can tend, but you haven't been. So it's like, as long as you worry about it, it's not getting fixed. So bring yourself back up to here where you're going to continue the journey, you're moving forward on the journey, and the way to move forward is to clear your path, basically. So get some clarity in there, get some communication going on, and that's what's going to help you moving forward. And by the end of the month, you're going to be in a much more supported place. You're going to be in a situation where there's a lot more support around you. There's a lot more protection around you. We have Algies, which is the rune of the elk. The elk has to do with protection and support. The elk is also the moose, but I forgot to say that. So this will actually work. What you're going to do this month, where you're going to bring clarity to the situation, is going to work. It's going to make things a lot more strong around you, make things a lot more supportive around you. And by the end of the month, you're going to feel like, okay, the support system is back in place, things are good. So that, Leo, is your reading for March 2023. I wish you all the best, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye! Hello, Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius too. So let's start with a card from the Steampunk Tarot, and we have the Knight of Swords. So we're going to be setting out, we've got a lot of swords today. I did shuffle these. I shuffled these like 5 times. So anyway, we have a lot of swords today. So this is going to be a swordy month. It's a good thing I put swords like as the picture on the readings, on the video, because goodness knows we've got swords. So it's not all we've had, but I've seen a lot of swords. So this month we're going to be driving forward with a sort of a quest that has to do with communication, that has to do with thoughts and consideration and thinking. It's like moving forward. We're going to move forward with this and with that level of energy, like that kind of moving forward with that. So it's going to be an important month, and we're going to have a mission to do this, to make things clear, to bring clarity in the winter. She's standing in the snow. It's winter where I am. I'm in Canada. It's not winter like it used to be winter, but it's still winter. We have snow at the moment. So let's see what we have. It's a little rune. Okay. So, I mean, it's an equal size rune to the rest of the runes, but the stone itself is a little bit little. So our central issue this month for Sagittarius is Ivaz. Ivaz is the rune of patience. It's the yew tree. So it's patience, slow growth, slow development, step by step, taking things step by step. It's not going to be an immediate thing, but it's a quest. So we're moving forward. Even if it's slow going, it's, as Blum says, the results may not be immediate, but they are certain. So we're just basically going to be looking forward, and we're going to start taking these steps to bring clarity through. What has led up to this is our journey so far, basically. Everything that we're about to do this month has been led up to. We have Raido, which is the rune of the riding. It's the journey rune. Our journey has brought us to this point where step by step we're going to be trying to bring clarity to a situation. We're going to be trying to bring clear communication and clarity to the situation that we're dealing with, and this is like our mission. What is going to help is address needs first. We have Nauthiz, which is the rune of need. This has to do with tending your needs, taking care of things. It's not reversed, so it's not like an emergency, but we can see what needs to be done. And that's part of what the clarity is that we're going to be bringing in. We're going to be like going, okay, we're going to clear the clutter. The more clutter we clear, the clearer things are going to be. So that's going to be our focus this month, I think, and that's why it's going to be taking a lot of patience on our part, because sometimes decluttering is not that fun. It's like, it feels like chores, but you have to think to the end of the chore, where, like, don't just think of a chore as, this thing I don't want to do. Think of the chore as, I can hardly wait to have done this thing so that things are better, because that's the end of every chore, is things are better. You can, it may be, I have to do the dishes and scoop the litter and whatever, but by the end of it, you can stand out and go, yeah, okay, good, now I'm good, now I can bake, kind of thing. So I can bake, and the litter box room isn't stinky, so which, yuck. So what isn't going to help is, you're worried about time. You're basically worried about timing, because this is a step-by-step thing, and you want to just get everything done immediately, and it's hard because you can't do that. So we have Yira, which is the rune of the harvest and also time. How much time has passed, how little time may be left. You're worried about that. Part of you wants to push. You can't push this because it's like that, it's like that project. It's like when the professor says, you can't do this overnight, so please don't. You can't do this overnight, so please don't. You have a month. So just basically do a little bit every day, and it will get you there. So if you start to feel like the pressure of time and trying to get something accomplished, bring yourself back up to this. Like, what is the next need that needs to be done that I can do right now? And then that will bring me that much closer to where I want to be. By the end of the month, you're going to be reassessing. We have Vunyo reversed. Vunyo reversed is, Vunyo is the joy rune, and reversed, it has a couple meanings. One, by the end of the month, you'll be able to reassess and say, okay, where do I still have discontent? Where are there still, as the corporate world says, pain points? Where is there still something that needs to be fixed? You're going to be aware of this. At the same time, you're going to be also reaching deep in and finding your inner joy and starting to bring that through. You're going to tap into that deep inner joy and start bringing that through, and that's what's going to be your focus at the end of the month. So that, Sagittarius, is your reading for March 2023. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Pisces. So Pisces, we're going to start with a card from the Steampunk Tarot, and we have the Eight of Cups. So this is basically leaving something behind to look for something else. Basically, there's something that's very emotionally based, that you've given everything that you can to, but it's just never been complete for you. So you are now making that decision in March and saying, you know what, I'm going to basically kind of give up on what I thought this was going to be and start moving forward in search of that missing thing. Hopefully something that is complete with that missing thing. But basically the thing that I'm missing, the thing that I need, the missing thing on my shelf, I need that, and I need to go looking for that, because that's what I need to help me feel balanced. So this month is going to be a lot about that. Also, happy birthday. I hope you get everything what you want for your birthday. So let's look at the runes. These are the Elder Futhark runes on Carnelian. Carnelian is the stone of courage and the heart. It's important. Excuse me, oh my gosh. Your central issue this month is Yira. Yira is the rune of the harvest and also time. So a couple things. You're going to be very focused on what you're getting, like the fruits of your labors. What is coming through. Also on time, you're going to be like, how much time has passed, how little time may be left. You're focused on that, and you're sort of focused on what time do I have in which to do what the things that I want to do. So leading up to this, things have felt kind of at a standstill. Things have felt stagnant. There's been like a stillness, like a frozenness to it. We have Isa, which is the rune of ice, and standstill. And I do also read Isa as the stillness through which clarity comes. So things haven't been moving forward, but you've suddenly made this realization of, you know what, I need to find what's missing. I need to find what's missing. So right now you're in that situation where it's like, I have this time in which to do this. I'm going to use this time. What is going to help you is we have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is the rune of Ing. Ing is another name for Frey, and Frey is the fertility god, and this has to do with active creation. You're going to work with what you have to control what you can. You're going to try to construct around you what you need, because it's sometimes you're the one who has to do it. Like, sometimes we are the ones who have to do that. It's not going to fall into place for us. Sometimes we have to do a bit of gardening and topiary making to make things the way that we want them to. So to be a bit creative with what we have, to control what we can control, and to create around us what we need to create around us. What isn't going to help is we're going to be really impatient about this. Our whole focus this month is, okay, I have this time, let me see what I can do with it to bring things through. What isn't going to help is we have Ivaz, which is the rune of the yew tree. This has to do with patience, step by step, slow growth, slow development. And in the lower line, it's like impatience. You are not going to be patient to do what you need to do to get this done. You're going to want it like, you're going to wish you could buy it. You're going to wish you could just go, can't I just buy this? No, unfortunately, it's something you have to work on. So, but bring yourself back up to that. This means that you have a hand in every step of what's going to be going on around you. You have a hand in this. So this is, however long it takes, it's in your hands, and it's something that you're going to be working on, and it's going to be more satisfying because you will have worked on it. So what this is going to lead you to is, by the end of the month, you're going to have a breakthrough, which is great. We have Dagaz, which is the rune of the breaking of the day. It's illumination. It's like illuminating your entire field of vision. The light has returned. There is going to be basically a breakthrough. By the end of the month, with what you're doing and what you're focusing on, there is going to be a breakthrough, and things will be, the dawn will come. By the end of the month, you're going to be good. So that, Pisces people, is your reading for March 2023. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Cancer people. So Cancer people, we have a card. Let's start with a card from the Steampunk Tarot, and we have the Eight of Wands. So March for you, Cancer people, is going to be really, really fast moving. Things are going to be going at like a total super rocket pace. Things are going to just be flying this month. It's going to be like really, really, really fast moving month of things. Things are going to be like, wow, where was all this before? So yeah, because things were just like step by step before. This is wild. This is like almost the same runes I saw in the previous. Okay, that one's not. But still. Okay, so your central issue this month is we have Ivaz. Ivaz is the rune of the yew tree. This has to do with patience, slow growth, step by step, slow development, moving forward. The results may not be immediate, but they are certain, that kind of thing. And that's your focus. However, things are moving really quickly now, and maybe they weren't for a while. In fact, I can see that they weren't for a while because we have Isa leading up. Isa is the rune of ice and standstill. Sometimes the stillness through which clarity comes, but really things weren't moving before. And now you are focusing on taking step by step to move things forward, and guess what? As soon as you start taking step by step, things are going to move. It's like in that movie with that Disney movie where the ocean loves her, and then but the ocean won't do what she wants unless she starts to move, and then the ocean will move. So it's like that. It's like things aren't moving. Okay, well I'm just going to start taking steps then. And as soon as you start taking steps, then the universe is going to go, oh, she's taking steps. That means she wants to move, and everything is going to go like flying. So it's cool. Or he. I'm sorry, pronouns. So. But I was still thinking about the princess. So that's why I said she. Anyway, the important thing is to start taking the steps. As soon as you start taking the steps, things are going to start to move, and you're going to be amazed how fast things are going to start to move. Now, what's going to help you is we have Manas reversed. Manas is the rune of humanity and your part in it, and reversed, it has to do with you. So it's basically, you're going to tune out the din of humanity. What everybody's telling you is like, oh, you ought to do this, you ought to do that, and you're going to go, no, you know what, I know what I need to do, and I'm going to do what I need to do, and to heck with you. Unless I love you, in which case, I'm just going to do this. So you don't have to go to heck. So, so you're really going to focus on your own drummer this month, and you're going to move in the direction that you know you need to move, that things need to move forward in. And that's what's going to help you the most. And again, you're not going to believe, I mean, not to be clickbaity, but you're not going to believe how fast things are going to start moving once you start moving in the direction you want to be moving in. What isn't going to help is you're going to be worried about needs. You're going to worry about needs that need to be tended. And this is sort of a tie over from the people that you've had to tune out, where they're like, you're like, oh, you ought to do this, you ought to do that. And it's like, you know what, just this is the need I am tending right now. I need to start moving forward again. And so if that starts to drag you down, just bring yourself back up to where you're gently closing the door on the din of humanity and moving forward the way you need to. And that's what's going to help things moving. And but at the end of the month, everything's going to be in total flow. There's going to be riches flowing. We have Lagus, which is the rune of water, and flow and all the watery stuff, emotion, intuition, and heart. It's going to be like everything's going to be flowing by the end of the month. And it's because you took the steps this month that we're going to move things forward the way that you need them to. And by the end of the month, total flow. Things are going to be totally flowing. It's awesome. I'm looking forward to this for you. So that, Cancer people, is your reading for March 2023. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Scorpio people. So, let's bring the leaves down and the stone with it. Scorpio people, we're going to start with a card from the Steampunk Tarot, and we have the Knight of Wands. So you're going to be moving forward with directing your will this month. Like there's going to be something that you want to direct your energy in, and you've sort of made it a quest at this point. It's like, this is the month. This is the month I'm going to start doing this thing that I want to do, that I have wanted to do for a while. So I'm going to move forward. I'm going to do this. This is the month. Taking action. Doing that. It's exciting. Ooh. So let's get some runes down from the Elder Futhark, which are currently on Carnelian runes, which is the stone of courage and the heart. What's our outcome? There's our outcome. Nice. So central issue this month is, okay, I'm going to read this a couple ways. First, this is Pertho reversed. Pertho is the rune of the lot box. This has to do with surprises and fate. It is reversed, so this is where the two ways come in. One, something perhaps unpleasant has come to your attention, and this is a revelation of something. It was a surprise, but it's something that you realize was always there. So it's like something has been revealed to you and it's new to you, but it's the sort of thing that's always been there and it's just come to your attention. The other way I'm going to read this is you've learned something about yourself. Often, most of the time, reversed runes are inner. So you've learned something about yourself that you are really focusing on, this new thing that you've discovered about yourself, and you're ready to move forward with, to direct your energy and your will in that direction. Leading up to this, there's been a lot of din of humanity around you. You've been really concerned with people, the people around you. This is Manas, it's the rune of humanity and your part in it. And there's been a lot of focus on that leading up to this point. You've been really, really focused on other people and other people's happiness, and you've been reflecting that back at them. But right now, suddenly something has come to your attention, whether it's an unpleasant surprise that has redirected where you want to direct your energy, or it's something about yourself that you've suddenly realized that was always there that you didn't know, or both. That are causing you to say, okay, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. I've wanted to do this perhaps for a while, or perhaps I didn't know I wanted to do this until now, but now I'm going to do this because this is where I want to direct my energy and my will. So what's going to help is we have Ingvaz. Ingvaz has shown up in this spot in at least 2 or 3 other readings in this session, which is very neat. It's going to be like it's Mars. It's March. So it's Mars. So it's directing your will. It's directing your will and your energy this month, and that's very much in keeping with what March is. So that's cool. So you're going to basically control what you can and use what you have to control what you can. So work with what you have to control what you can. This is Ingvaz. It's Ing's rune. Ing is another name for Frey. Frey is the fertility god, and this has to do with active creation. So a lot of the beginning of this quest is going to be using what you have and really working with it and doing that creative step of like shaping things around you to your will, to your energy, And that's going to be in your hands. So what's really going to help is just getting in there and just working on it and start shaping the things around you that you can control. You can't control everything, but what you can control, you can work with. And just to shape things to be the way you want them to. What isn't going to help is this is not the time to freeze. We have Isa, which is the rune of ice. Ice has to do with standstill, stillness, and this is not the time to do that. Like, the momentum is here now, and the drive is here now. So, and it's March. So this is not the time to freeze. That's not going to help you. You will regret it if you do. If you don't move forward at this point. Now is the time to just get right in there and start shaping things, because you're looking around and it's like, okay, this is what I want, and there's no time like the present. So this is where the energy is. Do that. And what this is going to lead you to by the end of the month, I'm going to read this a few ways. We have Tivaz reversed. Tivaz is the rune of Tyr. Tyr is the warrior god, and this has to do with, usually I read this as tending duties and responsibilities. It's also directing will. It is reversed on the path line. So I'm seeing this as by the end of the month, you will have done the thing that you wanted to do and you can lay your sword down, which is great. It also means tending duties and responsibilities for yourself because it's reversed. Reversed tends to mean inner. So you're basically going to turn this focus on yourself and you're going to be taking care of things for yourself that need to be taken care of. So your duties and responsibilities also include your own duties and responsibilities to yourself, and you're going to be focusing on that as well. So that, Scorpio, is your reading for March 2023. I wish you all the best, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye! Look who it is! It's Ophiuchus time! It's the Ophiuchus Snakey! So let's open out the Ophiuchus Snakey so we can put a reading in the middle. I'm an Ophiuchus as well, so... So it's fun for me too. So let's start with a card from the Steampunk Tarot, and we have the Ace of Cups. So we're really this month, Ophiuchus says we're going to start something that has to do with emotion, intuition, creation, heart, just feelings, all of those things. So we're going to start something this month that has to do with that, and it's going to be very exciting. So, hooray! Let's get some runes down about this. So we have the Elder Futhark on the Carnelian. So, ooh, interesting. So deep inner heart to start with. We're drawing the flow through. Maybe the flow hasn't been flowing, so this is why we want to get the flow flowing. Very exciting. What's that? What's that? Okay, neat. Okay, so this month, Ophiuchus I'm going to read this a few ways. We have Laguz reversed. Laguz is the rune of the water. And it's the lake or the flow of water. It's emotion, intuition, and heart. It is reversed on the central issue spot. So I'm going to read this a few ways. One, maybe things haven't been flowing the way that we wanted it to, and we want to really focus on getting things flowing again. And the way we're going to do that is by creativity, by acknowledging our emotions, letting them flow, that kind of thing. Reaching deep within to access our heart, which is the second way I'm going to start reading this. We're going to basically start, there may be some unpleasant emotions happening. This may be the bubbling up of unpleasant emotions, because that's also emotion. So we may be dealing with that. That may be another issue that's coming up. And leading up to this, we have Gabo, which is the rune of the gift. This has to do with agreements, decisions, and goals. A gift was always an exchange. It may also have to do with one-on-one relationship. It may have to do with one-on-one interaction that led us to this point where things maybe aren't flowing the way they should, and maybe things are a little bit emotionally upheaval-y. So our focus is this month, A, on getting things flowing again, and B, on reaching deep and connecting with our deep inner heart. So that's always a good mission for the month. What is going to help with that is to tap into your source energy. So we have Sovilo. Sovilo is the rune of the sun. This has to do with source energy, energy levels, just basically the nurturing warmth. So, not nurturing warmth, nourishing warmth. The sun. So whatever it is that gives you energy, no matter what, like the sort of thing that you can go, I could do this all day, that's what you want to tap into. And this is going to be different for everybody. It could be music, it could be nature, it could be creating something. Either way, make sure that you have that to hand. Tap into that this month, because that's what's going to help you the most as far as getting in touch with your deep inner heart and getting your flow going again. Get that energy level tapped into. Get that source energy connected to. What isn't going to help is you are worried because we have Yira, which is the rune of the harvest, and also time. There's going to be a concern about how much time has passed, how little time may be left. You're going to feel a bit stressed about that. You're going to feel like you haven't had anything to show for this. So this could drag you down if you let it. Try not to let it. If that starts to be the case, just go back to what gives you energy, whatever it is that gives you energy in the world, that reliably, and tap into that, because that's what's going to move you forward. Get that flow going again. Now, by the end of the month, is the flow going to be happening again? It may be starting to flow in the right direction again, but the most important thing that's going to happen by the end of the month is you're going to have a greater sense of inner strength. We have Uruz reversed. Uruz is the rune of the wild ox. This has to do with strength and health. It is reversed on the path line, and it's at the end of the spread. So by the end of the month, you're going to be much more in touch with your inner strength, which is what this has been about, connecting with your source energy and what always gives you energy no matter what. That's going to help to build up your inner strength, and once you've got that built up, and also just your focus on tapping into your deep inner heart, the flow will be probably starting, if not flowing. So it won't be not flowing by the end of the month, but it will be, perhaps it's going to be a slow start, because there's not, like, this is not it's not saying that it's flowing by the end of the month, but this might be saying that it's flowing by the end of the month. Either way, this is your focus. And getting in touch with your source energy and getting strong with your inner strength is definitely going to be key to getting things flowing in the future. So that, Ophiuchus, is your reading. The cat is lying right directly beside me on the bag that I use to carry things out to these readings. Such a cutie. All right, so that, Ophiuchus, is your reading for March 2023. I wish you a lovely March, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.